YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Talk Views and Reviews. Back in here with one more video. Alright guys, much different video today, and I'm sure to the majority of you guys who are used to hearing gender/dating, relationship topics are probably looking at the title of this video and you're like, what is MTR doing? Okay. Contrary to popular belief, I go over financial topics as well. But listen, I wanted to go over this cryptocurrency stuff. I wanted to briefly give my thoughts and ideas about Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins and answer the question of if you should invest. Now, a lot of you guys don't know this, but a couple of years ago, this same exact channel named MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, was a cryptocurrency channel. Okay, so I feel as so inclined to talk about this because of my knowledge of cryptocurrencies, my knowledge of the market, and that Bitcoin over the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so has been absolutely popping. So I'll be remiss not to talk about it and to give my thoughts. But to summarize, no, I don't think that you should invest. And let me talk about why. First, let me go to Coin Market Cap. If you guys are not familiar with this website, it's where you can go to get a list of current state prices as well as volume and market capitalization for your favorite cryptocurrencies. I used to visit this site a lot back in the day when I was checking up and trying to day trade cryptos, which was a mistake. But let me go back into the content of the video. Now, guys, now also let me say this. I'm not going to act like I'm picking on Bitcoin because it has recently dropped 16%. No, I was planning on making this video anyway. Now let's take a look at the last 7 days just so we can see that trend line, so we understand what is happening. All right, over the past week, as you guys can see, looks like it started out at about $31,000 at the beginning-ish of January, around January 5th, and it got as high as $41,700 a few days later, and now it's experiencing about a 20% decrease or decline. So guys, let me set it up like this. You are more than likely receiving a lot of information that's coming in regarding the type of gains that you could have made if you had gotten into the market earlier. And truth be told, guys, I got into the market earlier, so right now I am experiencing gains on the market. And let me also answer this question as well, because I'm sure there's a ton of keyboard warriors down there right now. Stop talking shit on Bitcoin, right? Like, so let me just say this. Do I think the price of Bitcoin is going to be going up over the next 1 to 5 to 10 years? Yes, I do. I do think that it is, and I also hope that it does. So it might be a little bit biased because it's something that I want to happen, not only because I'm invested into it, but because I believe in the technology, right? So with that being said, I still don't think that you should invest. Why is it that I say that? Well, if I take a look at the analytics on my channel, generally the people that are watching my channel are men under the age of 35 years old. I'm not even gonna take a look and pull up the data and the statistics. The majority of you guys are in debt. So I say this to say is that my path of building wealth, my path of accumulating funds to feel comfortable and to achieve financial independence into the future is based off of a few simple and easy rules. Now follow the logic with me. The first thing that I know in the equation of accumulating wealth is I want to maximize the money coming in while minimizing the money coming out. I also know that the money that I'm maximizing coming in, just because I'm maximizing it and increasing it doesn't mean I need to increase the money going out. What I know that I need to increase as I'm maximizing the amount that's coming in is the third portion to that equation is the amount that I am investing. But for right now, let's take investing out of it and let's focus on the maximizing of the money coming in. Time and time again, studies have shown that the best way to maximize the amount of money coming in is through increasing your education, increasing what you're good at, increasing the value to yourself. Let's go into the computer real quick because I want to show you guys some quick numbers. Shout out to Northeastern University over there in Boston. They did a study looking at numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics regarding average salary by education level. Okay. Taking a look at this, as you can see, all the way at less than a high school diploma, medium about 30,000, all the way up to a doctoral degree at 97,000. Now, I say this to say we could take a look at the numbers right here, and there's going to be outliers in every situation and case, like Mark Zuckerberg, who never graduated from high school but is a multi-billionaire. There's always going to be outliers. So with that being said, I wanted to be able to show this to you guys because I just recently got a question from a friend in my life. And the question was, should I invest in the Bitcoin? Because look at it. Look how it's rising to the top. I'm getting a fear that I'm missing out. I want to be able to invest money into it now, so in a couple of years I could take it and flip it, Or he wanted to take that amount of money and focus on his education to get another certification. And I said to him, bro, I think it's a no-brainer. Okay, I think it's a no-brainer. But what extra do you think that you can earn, or what other opportunities do I think that you can gain based off of this extra certification? And he started rattling them all off. And I said, okay, just doing that brief math in my head, that looks like that's coming out to an extra $20,000 per year on average. And he said, yeah, I'll probably start out there and then it'll keep on increasing as he goes off in his life. And I said, bro, this is an absolute no-brainer. You should not invest in Bitcoin now. You will get a higher return on your value if you invest in yourself first and invest in yourself often. Guys, a lot of these different questions can be boiled down to a simple math equation, and I wanted to make that abundantly clear to you because there's so many of you guys that get knocked off of your pillar because you are not considering, you're not quantifying different aspects in your life in the decisions that you are making. I did a stream not too long ago and I talked about the concept of ROI, or return on your investment. It's an acronym. And I think that when you're considering not only just investing in something like Bitcoin that has a lot of emotional fanfare around that, but any decision that you make in your life, what will be the return on your investment? Do I think that investing not into yourself to build up your skill set, right, that can probably more than likely make you a lot more money, or at least be a lot more fulfilled in your life through the opportunities that you gain and the networks that you gain? Do I think that you should forego that in your life to invest into someone else's creation or an intangible coin that I've clearly shown how volatile that it is in just a short period of time? Absolutely not. Now, which begs the question, when should you? Well, I have a few answers for you. Generally, my rule of thumb, right? If I take back that equation of maximizing revenue coming in and minimizing your cost going out, let's focus on this one real quick. I think that as you are establishing yourself on the path of life, there's a couple of key things that you should take in stock of. The first thing is that as you are graduating from high school, college education, the first thing you want to focus in on is building yourself up. Number one, very first, is an emergency fund. As you are building up an emergency fund, and usually I say about 6 to 8 months of expenses that you will have readily available in your savings account in case something of an emergency happens. The next thing that you should focus in on is paying off all of your debts. Start at the highest interest rate debt first. And also, depending upon your typical situation and with your employer, I would say that at the same time that you're paying down these loans is to take advantage of any investment accounts that are gaining you free money, such as a 401k match or anything like that you do from, if you work in public sector on a 403b. I would suggest that you do that as well, because who doesn't like free money? But I would say after you hammer in all of your debts, you then start to want to begin to maximize your brokerage accounts, your taxable investment accounts. Here's the reason why when I started talking about expense, I started talking about all these things is because you should be budgeting for all of these things, right? And you should treat them as cost on the bottom line. So again, as you're maximizing your revenue, budget to pay off your debts. And this is cost out of your total revenue. You want to take those costs out of your revenue and attribute them to the debt and then attribute them to investment accounts. After all of that is done, after you have a long-term conservative roadmap available and starting to build at your young age, the compound interest, because that is the eighth wonder of the world. And then you have some disposable income coming in. That's when you can take a lot more risky investments from my perspective. And this is the way that I live. This is the things that I have been doing with my money on my path towards financial independence. Here's my last point. If you took $5,000 right now and you invested it into Bitcoin, let me go back over here. If you took $5,000 and invested in Bitcoin, let's say you invested it right here. All right, let's say you invested it right here at $31,000. In order to 2x your money, you'd have to wait until this gets it to $60,000, right? And I think eventually, again, it will get to $60,000, just not today, all right? So this have to be at $60,000 on your $5,000 investment, and you get $10,000 back, all right? $5,000 is a good amount. It's a good amount of money. Let's not act like that it isn't. But again, you have to think about the opportunity cost. Could you have taken those $5,000 and made a lot more money elsewhere? That's what I want you guys to understand is the opportunity cost. Could you have made it? Could you have made that more elsewhere? All right, within the same period of time that it will eventually take Bitcoin to get to $60,000, which is at a time frame that I don't know, that you don't know, and I don't care about any Wall Street speculation, any bank that's no one knows. No one knows. All right, that's why it's speculation. It's educated guesses. That's it. Just as many people are speculating that it's going to go to the moon as just many people are speculating that it ain't going to be shit. All right, I think it's going to go to the moon. But that's neither here nor there. I think there's a lot of you guys that can make a lot better return on investment of a $5,000 investment elsewhere on yourself, on your happiness, on optimizing who you are, than investing in an intangible coin. That's why I'm gonna leave this video here today. Hopefully this has helped someone out there that's being swayed by the masses, all right? And listen, I know like there's a lot of different opportunities, fast, get money, rich, quick scheme type things out there. And I think a lot of people that get attached to these ideas, it's kind of sort of the same mindset of why so many people continue to play the lotto, irrespective, regardless of what the actual odds of winning are. And I think it's, people get latched onto the idea of get money quick, get rich quick. And I mean, who doesn't? I mean, who wouldn't? I wanna just be sipping a Mai Tai on a beach somewhere. All right. The best way to make money is to focus and hone in on your skill set so that the market will pay money for you, for your skill set. That's how you create purpose. Until next time, YouTube.